We've inherited an Excel file that has formulas we cannot easily find, and some of those formulas have errors. So let's locate where they are, see what they affect, and get them fixed so we can start analyzing our data. On this first worksheet, we want to find all of our formulas and see what they're doing. So from anywhere within the worksheet, from Home, we can go over to Find and Select, go to Special, and tell it Formulas, and keep all of these checked. Go ahead and tell it OK. And that's going to show us that all of the formulas we have are in column D. Now, if we want to see exactly what these formulas are, we can go over to Formulas, to Show Formulas, and that'll expand it out and show us that column D is B2 times C2. And it'll give you that for every single row within that column. So now we want any cell that has a formula to stand out visually so we can spot it rather quickly. So we're going to select our data set, and then from Home, we're going to go to Conditional Formatting, New Rule, and then we're going to tell it to use a formula to determine the format. And we're going to use the formula is Formula A1. And basically what this is doing is evaluating all of our cells to see if they contain a formula or not. We're going to go to Format, do a fill, and I'm just going to make it yellow. Tell it OK and OK. And now every one of our cells that have a formula, it's going to highlight those for us. And again, if you want to see what those formulas are, go over to Formulas, Show Formulas, and it'll expand it out and show you exactly what those are. Now we want to look at what feeds our formulas as well as what they affect. Now we have formulas in column E and column F. And you're probably thinking, well, Melissa, if I select that, it's just going to tell me. And you're right. But if column E and F are way over in column AA, double B or whatever, then it's going to be harder for you to see that, and this is going to make it easier. So with this selected, we're going to go to Formulas, and we're going to do Trace Precedents. And if you notice, it has an arrow that starts in January and ends in Q1, and it has put January, February, March in a blue box. That means January, February, March is feeding our Q1 total. To remove those arrows, just do Remove. And now to see what's feeding column F, if we do Trace Precedents, then we have our blue around January, February, March. There's nothing around Q1, and our arrow ends in average. So that means that January, February, and March are feeding that average, and the Q1 total is not being evaluated at all. Now we want to see where our data is being used. For example, let's just say that we want to see where January's data is being used. If we select it and we do Trace Dependents, it's going to tell us that January is being used in both Q1 total and the average. If we were to select all three of them and do Trace Dependents, then it will tell us that all of this is being used for Q1 total and the average. Now we want to validate our data and check for any errors. Whenever you see a cell that has the green in the upper left-hand corner, that means something is going on there. And if we click this, it'll tell us it's an inconsistent formula. Now this doesn't mean the data's wrong, it just means the formula's different. So if we go to this cell, it is saying equals 40 times C3. If we go to the one above it, it is saying B2 times C2. Well, in this column, this is what we want. If we go to Formulas and we go to Error Checking and go to Error Checking, it's going to tell us the formula in this cell differs from the formula in this area of the spreadsheet. And what we want to do, you can get help on this error, you can ignore this error, or you can edit it in the formula bar. But we're going to tell it copy the formula from above. Now we can go down through here and hit Next, and it's going to take us to the next cell that has an error. And we can keep telling it copy from above and do Next. But since we know in this case that all of these are the same, then the last one that it corrected, or the first one, just double click, it'll take everything all the way down and it will correct those all at the same time. And now we can be more confident that nothing will break and our data will be more accurate as we make changes to it. Be sure to follow along for more Microsoft Excel and Microsoft 365 tutorials.